The Cleveland Way is a national trail in the historic area of Cleveland in North Yorkshire. It runs 110 miles between Helmsley and the Brigg at Filey, skirting the North York Moors National Park. There's background noises and everything, but let's not worry about that for now. Where'd I wake up? Right, let's do it. So this was the hottest day ever. I woke up here in this field and we headed in to Osmotherley, where there is a toilet where I filled up my water and brushed my teeth and stuff, so that's a joy. Got some food from the little shop on here and then headed off. Bumped into a guy that became my saviour in the future. Stay tuned to find out more about that. He was going this way. I had no idea I'd see him again and that he would play such a pivotal role in this journey. And off I went up onto tops. Some lovely views from out here. Really enjoyed hiking this bit and through these woodlands, which afforded me a little bit of shade. And then dropping down here, you realised how hot it was when I dropped down off the top. So it's like, oh my, it is actually boiling and my skin is hot. Anyway, back on. I can't really remember because it was a bit ago, but up on the tops again along here. I'm up on the tops now. It was windy, but it was like a hot wind, and it was kind of giving me a false sense of the actual temperature. So when I dropped down here, I was like, oh my word. This is where I filled my water bottle up and tried to get my head down behind some trees, but it just wasn't having any of it. Kept getting eaten by horseflies and that. This is where it killed me off, man. These valleys here killed me off. You see elevation on it. Killed me off. Absolutely. But I got my views out from here that I was denied on the coast to coast, which made up for it. On I go. Ed started to go about here, I think. See that exclamation mark? That is my head popping. Up here for another climb up. Yeah, this is where Ed popped actually. Climbed up here, Ed popped around here. Hid somewhere around here, that's where I was like, I'm going to camp here. That's where I bumped into that guy from Harrogate, and he gave me a little bottle of water, which really did help, so that gave me beans to pop to keep going. Up here, this is where my puddle was, about here. Kept going, and then I came out on here, and I think this is where I camped, if I'm not mistaken, maybe. Which I got a wonderful sunset. And that's where it is. That's where we are. We're camped on here. Somewhere along here is where I camped. And that was it, mate. That was arguably the toughest day's hiking of my life. Welcome to day 3 on the Cleveland Way. And let me tell you, well, first of all, look at this. Beautiful pitch, beautiful views. I got such a stunning sunset last night. It was an absolute joy. I took away from the fact that I had sunstroke. I think I've still got a bit of sunstroke because of the heat of yesterday and the day before, especially yesterday in the 40 degree, and it was relentless. So Ed's been hurting a little bit and I felt sick. I thought I was going to be sick. I was retching out at tent last night. Bit dizzy, but I feel okay today. I ran out of water because I was feeling sick. I've drank my water, so that's the first port of call, is just keep hiking till we find somewhere, even a puddle, whatever. Get some water down us. I didn't get as far as I'd planned in my head, but that's life. It turned out to be quite a hard hike. The Cleveland Way is no joke. Yesterday was the hardest hiking I've done in a long time because of the sun. But it wasn't just like flat, it was like that. Up and down, almost vertical at points, up and down. So it's a tough one on the old legs. And with the heat, it was just relentless. I forgot everything I said yesterday, but if you're watching, there was a guy, probably the only guy I've seen on the trail or on any trail, and he gave me some of his water, and he was on his way. He was doing the coast to coast. He was on his way to Blakey Ridge. So he's from Harrogate. I forget your name, mate, but thanks very much. I really appreciate it. But all in all, it's all good, man. The chafing hurts. Like, considering it's day 3, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going anyway. It is what we do, innit? We just smash it out. Is that toxic to say that? I don't know. Yesterday I was like, there was bits in my mind yesterday were like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to tap out. I'm gonna have to tap out, I don't know what to do. There was no shelter, there's nothing. There's no way to get out of the sun. It was worrying at times. I was like, right, I can't get out of the sun. My water rations are very low. Phone's running out of battery, like, am I gonna have to be mediced out? Medic! I thought that was the human medic. I thought, I've cut back. I'm gonna maybe add an extra day onto this whole hike because it's taken me a bit longer to do these first 2 days in this heat wave. I don't know if I mentioned there was a heat wave. So my plan is to get to Saltburn by the sea and get my first look at the big blue. That will be good. And instead of wild camping there, if I get the opportunity, or if there is anywhere, I'm going to stay in some digs just to get a shower, rest myself properly. I was always going to do that anyway. Or just wild camp, who cares? I've got rehydrated meals as long as I get some water. And that's what I'm going to do now. Pack this up and get going. Leave no trace, E. Chapman, and we're off. I've blister padded up my toe, or my front of my foot where blister was, and I've tended to what do you call it, chafing, as best I could. Just antiseptic wipes, just keep it clean in it, because it was bleeding. I swear I'd had my junk in this, oh, maybe put it on screen now, these Saks underpants, which are good. I might just not be built for them because at one nut, I don't know. But it just set off a chafing that yesterday I couldn't. It just got out of hand. It really hurting. It drew blood, so I've cleaned that up. Antiseptic, which I can feel it hurts, but as long as it doesn't get infected or out and turn me junk into roadkill, I'll be reet. And foot feels alright, junk feels alright, and side at nuts and thigh feel alright. Brain scrambled egg. Brain feels like scrambled egg. Shouldn't laugh, it's not even funny, is it? I'm only laughing because it's ridiculous, and it's what I do when things get a bit tough. Sometimes you have to have a little giggle, don't you? I don't want to brush my teeth as well, so all this comes with getting some water, rehydrate, brush my teeth. Now this is a good day. The sun isn't out, it's sort of behind these. There's sort of haziness to it. Look at that. I want to say meadow pipit or some sort of pipit, but I'd even nah. Pipit. But yeah, look. So the temperature has noticeably dropped. You can feel it, the coolness on my skin, which really took a pounding in the sun yesterday. 50 shades of burnt. All in all, good stuff, man, good stuff. Feel a lot more positive today than I did at the end of yesterday. It's good to be alive on this silly little rock in the middle of an endless universe. Right, put you away. I'll get some miles done and try and find some water. Day 3. Easy, light work. Easy work. There we go. It doesn't look like there's going to be any chance of water up here. There just ain't any. So, lol. So Kildale, that's where it'll be, because I think there's a tea room, whether it's open or not I don't know, and there's some public toilets as well, and I'll drink out at a toilet if I have to, mate. You know, you start to feel like why you know them films like Waterworld and stuff. Not Waterworld. You know when like water becomes currency and you do out for it. That's what I feel. Still cooked from last 2 days. And I was having dreams of it. I was having dreams that I was swimming. I was like jumping into this water and just swimming in it and drinking it. And I guess that's why you see like mirages and I've seen a few of them. All the same, and I'm guessing it's grouse related, and I'm guessing it's to catch the rain. And that's why I had a look in it. I'll take the grouse's juice for sure. But the positive, like, it's downhill. It seems like. It seems downhill. I don't know if you can make out on here, but there's a monument. There, can you see it? There. Captain Cook's monument. We're heading towards that. Around there. Two miles till I get a drink. Exciting times. We're hitting some road here, so it's not my favourite surface to walk on, but it can be pretty fast. Oof. And however demoralising it is to look at your how far you've got to go in one direction, if you look back and you see how far you've come, that puts a spring in your step. Let's put this in our rear view mirror. Blister hurts a little bit and chafing a little bit, but all in all, skipping. Let's chew this up. I'll see you in Kildale, unless something mad or trad happens. Pretty far that one, like. It's all good, this road's pretty cool as well. There's nothing on it, there's no one about. It's like the end days, the apocalypse. Is everyone alright? Imagine that, Heatwave has just wiped everyone out except me. And this is it. Still filming to go out to who? I guess just to me. I'll watch it when I'm older. Just me on my sod. Liking, sharing, subscribing. Medic! Just seen a pair of lapwings. I wish I had a better zoom. There's two. Focus. There they are, look. Lads. Oh, lad and a lass probably. Oh, there's another one, look. There he is. Signor Lapwing. Do a bit. See you as late as. Medic! Medic! Gotta be nearly there now. I don't know if I've ever been this thirsty in my life. Here we go, Cleveland Way, this way, look. Pretty. Yes. Get me in there. And in there. Please, please. Please. Yes. No. Oh, it's one of these tight ones. I can't get my bottle in it. Oh well, I'll brush my teeth and do what I can. Is that the cafe? Is that the cafe? Because I can't find it. This is it. Just find myself a little plot for when I can't get any water. The water at the toilet was one of them spray out things and it just wasn't working for my bottle. And I got a bit of my hand tasting, it tasted weird, like chemicals, I think it's just for washing your hands. So I've put some in my bottle, I'll filter it and boil it and drink it if needs be, but I don't know. Big old church, look. So I'm getting sidetracked, sorry. Got any water? Got any taps? Big old yew trees. Poisonous to humans, the old yew, and animals. Some of the oldest trees in the UK are yew, and you'll find them in graveyards a lot of the time. I believe there's a few different rumours going around as to why, but thoughts, but I was always told that because they're poisonous, they planted them on the grave plots to keep the animals out, the livestock, from mucking about on graves and that. Anyway, nice little church that. Bit of a detour, but sometimes you have to just walk around a graveyard, don't you? Puts things into perspective, mate, because we're all ending up there. That's for sure. Medic! So I just asked a woman and she said that the cafe's been closed for 3 years, so Harvey Maps, sort it out. People put all their eggs in that basket and then when they can't get it, like that. Which, that was a bit of a downer because I was wanting a coffee and cake and all that would have been, and some fresh water. That's a downer, but on the plus side, I saw some dude cleaning his car and I was like, mate, please can I steal some of that water out your hose pipe? And yeah, he filled my bottles up, so got fresh water, forget the cafe, and we're off again. Apparently there's a big hill to deal with on this road, so we're going to crack on with that and get back up on top. Medic! Nice track this, nice track for walking, but ooh, that hill out of Kildale. Tarmac as well. Tiring. Is that some raspberries? One. One raspberry. Oh, that's nice mouthfeel though, nice taste. Eagle Eye Cherry. I might stop and have a soup. That's one of my things, is a soup I've got. So then we'll get to Captain Cook Monument and have a soup. Celebrate getting to a monument with a soup. Might be the first time I've ever done that, and I'm here for it. People just watching me do this, but I'm beyond caring. Remember, we're over there, and I zoomed in on this, and here we are. Medit, Medit. Shout out Robin. Captain James Cook. Question marks. Question marks about you, Captain. Ready for a soup. There's roseberry topping. That's a detour to go on top of there. I've been to the top of there before, so I'm not going to do it. I want to save my legs and want to bat on. We're making up for lost time, so we're going to try and get to the sea. I'm having a rest. It's approaching midday. I haven't had any calories today or salt or anything. I'm just going to stop and have a soup. Have chicken soup. Just to keep wolves front door. Oh. The old brain fog. You really can feel it when it starts to come on, you know, just from lack of calories, fat, salt, whatever, glucose. Water alone isn't enough when you're exercising. Well, it probably is actually. You could do, I don't know what I'm talking about. That's what I know. What I know is that I don't know. Sometimes them big meals are just a bit heavy, and they're normally upwards of 700 calories. This one is, I've taken a bit off that told me, but it's around the 300 mark, 300 and something. So it's not going to blow you, it's not going to make me too full. It smells lovely. I can't be bothered to show you, but it's chicken soup. There's big bits of chicken, pepper, green shit. I'll report back with the flavour. Oh wow. That's very good. That's one of the best ones I've had. Probably because I'm starving. Living like a king. We've made it. Made it through rough bit. A rough bit. We get this down, mate. Have a bit more water, and then that'll be it for stops today. We'll just plod on to the Big Blue. Nice little rest spot that. Please come out. There he is. Little Robert. He's gone in there. Where have you gone, little matey? Robin just flew straight past me, landed on the path in front of me and just dipped in there. A glorious sight and a sign to dig deep. Mad if that was my Robin, that he just secretly followed me and then he knew that he just wanted to give me a little bit of a pep me up. That's what I'm going to think. That's the narrative I'm going to paint, and there's nothing anyone can do or say that can stop. Hey, look, you can see to monument, look, on top of there. So I've come down through these woods into the valley, then up this other side, and we're making our way up to the top of here. You can see, despite the hardened rubberized handle that your man's put on, or your woman, over the years people's hands have just gone here, and you can see the beautiful coloration there. You maybe can't because of the light. Can you see it there? Some lovely coloration going into it, and it really lets you know it's there. Classic. North Yorkshire Moors does it again. Look at the size of these slabs, man. Look at them. Absolute weapon. Imagine getting that. Imagine having to lay that. Respect. A few hundred metres down, there's the other half of it. I'm stopping to smell the roses. Are you doing the Cleveland way?
No, I don't really come round this way too often, so I'm just walking until I get sick.
Just rambling. Alright, cool. Enjoy.
Have a good night.
Oh God, medic! I don't know who's at. Is it just a sheer drop? Oh, that's giving me a card that. Whee! Isborough, Middlesbrough, Redcar. No, yeah, Redcar. Where am I going? Who cares? Look at these! Glorious view, and the wind is cold, and that is such a joy. the place. You just see Roseberry Topping's head poking up over in the distance. Nice, mate, nice. I don't know whether it's tied into me ADHD or whether it's just that I'm a goon or whatever, but I can't stand, like, if I stand too close to an edge or something, my brain starts saying throw yourself off. And not in like a somber, like, I've had enough of life, see you later. It's just like an intrusive thought that just says, what if? Like I overthink, I'm like, what would happen if if I just went wee? Like even just to tease myself, like go on wee. And then like my brain would throw me over edge just to sort of see what had happened. So I get all them thoughts rushing through me and I'm like, right, get away from edge, mate. Get away from edge, what brain sends you over? As a joke that's gone too far. Call this fireweed. Beautiful actually. Beautiful colours on it. This is what happens when you don't have a lot of human interaction and you're a bit tired and that. Some bloke came past. He was on a bike and he was coming past and I was like ready to give it how do, because that's one of my ones is how do you do. So locked and loaded with how do in back at Noodle, giving it ready for ready for how do, sorted. And then he hit me with his own how do. He went how do. I was like, I forgot where I am. I'm in how do land, the land of how do. Like normally, how do, you can go far afield on your hikes and you give it an how do and they're like, hello, whatever. So I had how do locked in, and he hit me with his how do, Hadouken. He got me with Hadouken first at a split second, and I changed it to like, as I was gonna say my how do, I wanted then to say all good, because if he just said how do, I'd be like all good mate, or all good whatever, and it just ended up coming out, what was it? It was how good. It was like, sounded like a baby. He was like how do, and I went how goo, I know. how do, and I just went how. It was a mixture between how and all. It's like how goo is what I said to him. How do mate, how goo. He's just thinking, what is that lollipop lady, lollipop lad? That lollipop lad's been on mushies or something. How goo, my lady. Not much else to report. Near the end of the day yesterday, I was so out of my head. I couldn't string a thought together. It was like a chaotic soup in my mind. Just little mantras of like negative stuff or stuff that didn't make sense, or you know, like oh it's so hot, just mad, and then mad stuff, just thinking crazy thoughts because my head was boiled. But today, with it being cooler, I've eased into it a little bit more and I'm very much more lucid. I know I've just told that guy Hagoo or whatever, Hagooken, but I feel a lot more lucid, my thoughts are more my own. And it's meditative, man. It's a journey, and I'm enjoying the journey. Still doing it. I ain't got as much chat on the way back, but still doing it. The sky looks like it's gonna threatening a little bit to rain. That would be an absolute joy. I think the whole, I know for the whole of Yorkshire at least, would be very, very appreciative of a bit of downpour for everyone's gardens and for the wildlife. Oh, this is a beautiful little spot, look. I was thinking it was going to go down into civilization, but it looks like we've got a lot more to go yet. Nice little bit of grass to camp on. Whoa, look at that. Not bad. There's a mist, there's a mist just on the horizon, so I don't want to call the sea yet, because if it ain't, it's demoralising. If I'm like, oh, that's the sea, let's go, and it just turns out to be a misty bunch of fields. It's not good for morale. Yesterday was probably the hardest, I know I'm banging on about it, but probably the hardest day of hiking I've ever done, and that includes everything, if I think about it. Really tough, man, really tough. At one point I thought I'm gonna have to get medicked off the side of this, like I'm gonna have to get medicked out of here. Can you imagine that? The ultimate medic. Just close channel down, delete Instagram. Keep Facebook so I can keep in touch with people I'd never seen in real life from school. Yeah, it would have been humiliating, wouldn't it? Airlifted off with heat stroke. No water, just a little crispy, little pork scratching of a man with a lollipop lad hat on. Airlifted off in a big bag of, like just a big, they come down with a big empty, like an oversized empty bag of pork scratchings, and they just pick me up with one of them little crane grabbers you get down at arcades to win a toy. Just crispy little pop mint bag, off he goes, laughing stock. Goes up there, doesn't it? Let's have a check. Right, map check, because I'm not getting caught out here. That looks like, is it that one pointing up there, or is it that one meaning straight forward? Got the old Harvey map out. I'm not best pleased with Harvey maps for telling me there was a cafe there and there wasn't, but we've forgiven each other now. That path takes me down there. I don't want to go down there, so it is slightly right and then up round this wood, and then we're into some sort of civilization. Medic! I found the motherload of wild raspberries, but it's in a... How deep is that? I just need to get a good base so that I can get tucked in to these raspberries. Yes! We're in. Look at this. Oh, I've only had chicken soup all day, so... Oh my word. Right, I'm... Look at them all! I'm filling my boots. Yeah, you can see all the little tracks. The trials bikes. And people have put rocks on all posts, so that one doesn't have one. They all else do, look. Hold on then, let's sort that out, shall we? There you go. So you don't feel left out, mate. Because all your other mates have got stones on them. All of them. All of them, literally all of them. That's good. Whatever. 9 miles to Kildale, so 2 mile, 3 mile. I did about 4 or 5 before that, so I've done, let's say, 14 mile. 14 mile day. 14 miles so far. Medic! I was coming through them woods and I could smell proper fire. Not like a campfire, but like a proper fire. And I've got up to the top and that wood is on fire, and you've got the fire brigade trying to do a bit. Bloke there with hose, loads of people behind him. Move over this way, there's a big fire engine there. Who's having fires at this time? Like when it's the heat wave, don't bother. In fact, don't bother. In summer, having a wildfire, you shouldn't really. Unless you're really careful and you really know what you're doing. Now that there's more, you know, there's about 12 here watching or whatever, I have to just keep it real, don't I? And I'll say don't bother having fires in summer at all, especially when there's a heat wave. And then it's something to look forward to, because people are like, oh, can't you do your bushcrafting videos and stuff? I'm like, Not in summer, mate, because I sort of take summer off out of the woods because the fire just doesn't make sense. Unless I'm going out specifically to cook something, then it just doesn't make sense to have a fire because it's not cold enough. It's you don't really need it. So it's only on special occasions that I'll use a fire in summer. But just let you know. Then autumn, you can look forward to autumn when the fire's needed, when it's going to provide you with light and warmth. How do you reckon it was caused?
Well, it's been a deep-seated fire for about 3 weeks.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Underground, and then it sprung up?
It's a lot of peaty ground, so it just burns and smoulders, and then we get a few days like this and it just catches on and it's away.
How could that have started at the beginning? Do you mind me doing
well,
this?
that's not for us to say, that's for other people to investigate.
That's for someone else to investigate, because that's hearsay, innit? They can't be. Their job's just
we can't blame people.
That's it. Their job's just to put the fire out. So, just be cautious when you're having your fires or flicking your tabs and that. Yeah. Don't even bother this time of year when it's like this. Don't even bother. Have a salad. Don't cook anything on a.
Well, we've had 2 fires. We've been on 2 fires in 2 days. One was 10,000 square metres.
Wow.
And this is about 20.
What wildlife and stuff that's just getting annihilated.
Yeah.
Right, there you go. You've heard it from horses. Well, you've heard it from me. He's just here to put fires out. But now, what's your name, mate?
Neil.
Neil. Nice one, Neil. I'll give it Knuckles, Neil.
Nice one, mate.
Good lad. Right.
Fire.
All right. Yeah. Take it easy.
And you.
See you later. There you go. Look. Good old Neil. There. Shaquille O'Neal giving it. So that's 3 weeks that's been burning underground. So that's summer, innit? You don't realise. So let this just be a little, a little bit of a thing for you, that if you're out in woods and you're having your fires and you're squaring it away and you think you're doing okay. I mean, look at all this smouldering down here as well. You think you've left no trace and everything's cool. But if you're new to it and you don't know, you might have just had that fire on some really peaty ground. You've set underneath the ground on fire. You've thought you've put the surface out, and you've gone off on your merry way. And that's kept on smouldering under the ground for 3 weeks, until a bit of hot and dry weather has just made it erupt. And then you've got, there's all that woodland on fire, and it's all around here as well. I can see it. Oh my word! Because once it goes, then your pine trees and your conifers, it's all fat wood, innit? Just once it goes, man. So, whew. Yeah, be mindful of it, guys. Be mindful of it. And shout out man like Neil and the rest of them. Not chucking allegations, just getting on with it, putting fires out and doing the job. Respect. Murder. Don't know if you can see it on here, but there she is. You can smell it, man. The wind's coming in off the sea, carrying that sea air. I can see it, mate. Made it to sea. Well, I can see the sea. We've not made it to it, but still, little things in it, little things that put spring in my step. And seeing the sea has given me a little spring. I'm not going to do a spring because I could potentially break my ankle. I'm feeling pretty weak. Speaking of feeling pretty weak, it's like 5:30 or something, and I'm just rolling on like a soup and a slack handful of raspberries. So I'm a bit weak. I feel a bit weakened and hungry. Hostels, B&Bs, things like that, I never rule them out. I never plan them in advance, but if it comes to it and I'm tired and I see one and it's reasonable, I'm in. It makes it more fun, adventurous. And if not, I'll get something to eat and then Keep walking a little bit, find somewhere to pitch the wigwam. Spot on, mate. Oh, right foot feels it's like it's going to explode. Hey up, there you go, look. Just more of it. Are you having that, Neil? I'm in a place called Skelton, about 1.5 miles away from our destination, but they had a co-op, so I was like, right, I'm gonna have to fill up here with some treats. Got some roasted chickpea and paprika hummus with some barbecue chicken slices and some watermelon and a bag of crisps. The idea is to dip the crisps and the chicken in the hummus, melon after, and that'll get me to the seaside. Medic! So I've got lost in this rabbit warren of houses. Got to where I wanted to be and it's closed off because they're building this new estate. So I asked the fella and he said come all the way around here. Apparently I've got to go down here. It says it's a dead end, but then he says there's a way you can get into woods and over the top to Saltburn. So we'll see, but for anyone who's doing this, be aware that that's the script. Pleased to see you. Why right over it? It's pointless. Bit high up for a door, he needs some ladders. Unless that's his window and that's the door, look. It's pretty sick actually. Whoever's done that, respect. Looks like a little Dryad saddle late in season, but yeah. Filey, 52 miles. Right, 52 miles in 2 days. To pull it back. After the shocking start in the heatwave, I fell behind and I said to myself, don't matter, we'll do it in, we'll add an extra day, no pressure. I ain't trying to break any records or break myself, but if it's 52 miles from here and I've got 2 days and whatever I do today, right, Cleveland Way, why are you taking me up that hill? That just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right, geezer. Alright, but I'll do it. I'm gonna go for it. Thing is, I could get here now and bat on, shave a few miles off, maybe do 5 miles tonight. Nice 5 miler, and then that's massively reduced the what am I talking? I'm fucking just waffling about now, aren't I? Sorry. I'll get to where I'm going first. I'll get to sea and then we'll decide. Look at this, mate. I've just got this. I've haggled them down. Look at it. Look at this. They've got a bar. Look at that. I don't belong in here, do I? Alright, day 3. We're up. We're rejuvenated. We're back on the game. We're looking for water. We hike. I see some decent birds and wildlife, and this is the times are good. We hit this road, we're coming to Kildale, is it? Yeah, Kildale. And look on here. Cafe, look. Sort it out. They want a cafe, there's nothing here for anyone who's coming down. There's a toilets, but it's difficult to get your water filled up and stuff, so maybe you can use the bathroom or whatever, but there isn't these amenities like it says on here, so just be aware of that if you're going to use the Harvey map. The climb out was pretty brutal, but I was in good spirits. Up here onto the top of the moorland and to the Captain Cook Monument, which was cool to see that after it being such a little dot in my mind, in my noggin bollocks from the day before. Cruise down here. This is where I stopped for something to eat, just here. Over the car park, came up here, saw me robbing around here, I think. That sorted me out, and this is where you can either go from here. You can either go to the top of the Rosebery Topping, have a quick look. I didn't bother with that, I just cracked on and away. Now, I can't quite remember in my head what this all was. There's some nice woodland bits through Gisborough Woods, and then, oh no, through the biking bit, the motorbike section. I got lost. Is it here? Yeah, I did. I come down here and then I got lost. Got a bit lost, ended up going down this road and then double back. I was like, ah, right, okie dokie. Came through here. Skelton is where I got some grub. And then, but I batted on, kept going. Energised off my grub. Nothing's gonna stop me, here I go. I kept going and then, bosh, there I am. Saltburn in some digs is where I stayed, in some digs. I'm in the digs. Recharge my batteries, rest my legs and get ready for the coastal part. That is the halfway point and get ready to take on the Yorkshire coast. Consider subscribing if you're not already. Click the bell notification if you want to be notified when the next video is out. And look after yourselves. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you soon.